Yes, plus one class students, good day to all. I hope that you all are okay. Students, before I start proceeding further, there is small message to all the students that on each Thursday you have to appear for your online test. Okay, it should be on Thursday 5 p.m. sharply. Your test will be displayed on your app, on your current diary app, and you have to get appear on your test. Last Thursday when the test was displayed, so many students were unaware. This may be due to any reason, but I am not talking about that. For the next time, every Thursday you have to appear for your test sharp 5 p.m. and you will be displayed my WhatsApp number also, and then after completing your test you have to submit the test to me in the given time. Okay students, and I hope that you all have got my information. Let's dive into the topic. Students, in our previous video we were discussing about the features and characteristics of stats. We have discussed almost all the features and written content was given only for 2 features. Now further 2 features we have in this session, and then we will start discussing the limitations of stats. Okay, now you can see the third feature of stats is very easy, numerically expressed. This is one of the property or key feature of stat. Okay, that stats is always expressed in number, means it is always expressed in a quantitative manner, not in a qualitative manner. See how stats are only expressed in numbers. Qualitative aspects means which is giving their qualities, which is discussing the attributes, is not touched in while discussing the statistical part. Okay, like big, I am bigger than you, it does not have any statistical significance. He is richer than me, or he is poor, it doesn't have any statistical sense. Okay, so qualitative aspects like big, rich, poor, wisdom, smartness, foolishness, bravery, these all are not included in stats because these all are the attributes, these all are the qualities. Okay, if I say if I say that my brother is taller than me, this is an example that my brother is taller than me, it does not have any statistical significance, but if it's like I am 5 feet 8 inch and my brother is 5 feet 11 inch, then you can come into a conclusion that my brother is taller than me. Okay, so in this manner, in statistical figure, stats is always expressed in numbers. I hope that you all have got this point. Now coming towards the second point or the last point, we have multiplicity of causes. So stats is affected by multiplicity of causes. No single unifying factor is alone responsible. You can see on the blackboard, stats are not affected by a single factor, but are dependent on many factors. This is dependent upon many factors. Okay, if it is said that our country is facing the problem of inflation means when prices are going high, when prices are rising up, mehengai in simple sense, our country is facing the problem of inflation. So this may be due to many reasons. There may be reasons like demand, less demand, supply, production, any natural disasters like floods, earthquake, etc. So no alone single factor is responsible. So stats is affected by many factors. Okay, this is our key part. So now with the help of these 2 parts, our work of features of stats, characteristics of stats has been over. Okay students, now you can pause the video. One by one you will be displayed both the points. Okay, and then you have to write in your fair notebook. Now we will discuss the limitations of stats. Yes students, so now we are having a fresh topic which is called the limitations of stats. Students, limitations word can be used as disadvantages, demerits, drawbacks. So any synonym can be there in the exam. We will discuss. and what are the limitations. Now we are going to discuss that what are the disadvantages of statistics. Okay, now let's dive in. We have first one is study of numerical facts only. Students, right now we have completed the features of statistics, and what are its features? Some becomes the importance of stats, some becomes the limitations of stats. So study of numerical facts only is one of its feature also, but here it becomes its limitations, that we are only discussing the numbers. Okay, I will explain it to you when we will discuss the content, but here this thing you have to keep in mind. This is one of the numerical one of the property also, and one of the limitations also. Okay, second one is homogeneity of data, an essential requirement. So whensoever the data we are comparing, it must be in a homogeneous form, it must be uniform. What does it mean? I will explain it to you in a more deeper sense. And in the examination there can be only 3 or 4 mark question, that write 3 limitations of stats and 4 limitations of stats. So in this video we will discuss only 4 limitations of stats. Okay students, next one is study of aggregates only. So again I am repeating, this was a feature also, but this is a drawback also. Okay, एक तरीके दी कमी भी हैगी है. You can say results are true only on average. So whensoever you are getting into any result, so it is true, it is based on average, so it only becomes true when it is based on average. Otherwise it may get wrong, so without reference results may prove to be wrong. If there is no reference, then the results may prove to be wrong. And second last point is can be used only by the experts. So any person cannot use statistical figures. These can be used only by the experts who are rich in this content, who are aware what is the meaning of stats, etc. Then prone to misuse. So this is a very important term, prone to misuse. So statistical stats, if it is in wrong hands, so it can be misused also. Okay students, now the first limitations we have. What is the first limitation? You can see study of numerical facts only. So this is the first, you have to make it a heading here, study of numerical facts, then the explanation. So this is the explanation of point number 1. It only studies such facts which are expressed in numbers. Again I am repeating, which are expressed in numbers. Okay, so it does not include any quantitative aspect like love, friendship, wisdom, honesty, bravery, etc. So it is only expressed in numbers. We have touched this point so many times. Now you can pause the video here students, and then we will discussing the second limitation of stats. You can pause the video here. Yes students, the second point we have, after discussing the first limitation that it studies only quantitative aspect, not qualitative, we have homogeneity of data. Homogeneity, the data must be uniform, it must be same, it must be same, it must be uniform. This thing you have to keep in mind. To compare data, it is essential, it is mandatory, it is compulsory that stats are uniform in quality. For example, production of food grains cannot be compared with the production of cloth, because cloth is measured in meters and food grain is measured in tons. Whensoever we are going to buy a cloth, this is always sold and bought in terms of meter, and when we are going to buy petrol, it is sold and purchased in terms of liter. And rice, sugar, these all are sold and purchased in terms of kg. Like eggs are sold in dozens. Okay, this thing you have to keep in mind. So homogeneity, the data must be uniform here. Okay, if you are scoring 80 out of 100 and I am scoring 40 out of 50, so we cannot say that he is scoring more and he is scoring less. First of all, we make the data homogeneous in percentage. Okay, percent out of 100, then we can compare the data. Okay students, now you can pause the video here, and then we will discuss the other two limitations. Yes students, welcome back. So now we are going to discuss the third limitation of stat, very easy to understand, that is the prone to misuse. So the statistical figures can be easily Misused, very easy to. Before I start proceeding further, let me give you a small example. There are many advertisements you have often seen in televisions that this shampoos company has given this advertisement that 50% more, 10% extra, while in a potato chips packet there is often written 20% extra. So these all are, a fake. I should not be using the word fake. These all are such words, such vocabulary which often makes a customer get the customer's attention. Okay, and when you measure the weight of a shampoo, it is always in milliliter. Let's say it is 8 milliliter, and if they are saying that 10% extra, you can calculate 10% of 8 milliliter. It is only a drop of shampoo. Okay, so this can be misused. These are attractive ways to get the attention of a customer. Okay, so you can see misuse of stats is very common. It is common thing. Stats may be used to support pre-drawn conclusion even when it is absolutely fake. So any conclusion can be drawn by using the statistical figures. Either they are fake. It is usually said, it's a quotation that stats are like a clay by which you can make a god or a devil as you please. So it's like a clay, you can make into any form. You can make into any form as you please. You can use stats for making god also, for making a devil also. It's up to us, students. So statistical figures can be misused. Okay, so misuse of stats is indeed its greatest limitation. For example, students, if you are asked to write the limitations of stats, if you are writing in this manner, you will get full marks. Okay, I am not saying you that you have to cram it. You can understand it that I am talking about the word misuse or the misuse of stats. So you can use your own language also, but this is the way, this is the content to attempt this limitation. Okay, students, now we are having the next point and the last limitation of statistics, that it can only be used by experts, only. So it can only be used by those persons who have special knowledge of statistical methods. Those who are ignorant about these methods. Ignorant means who are not aware about these methods. Who are ignorant about these methods cannot make any sense out of it. They won't get into any conclusion. They won't get any result. So there may be, this is also a limitation of stat. It is regarded. So these are used by experts only. If any person who is not aware about stat, who is ignorant in terms of the statistical methods, he or she will not be able to get into any conclusion, or they cannot use stats in that manner. Okay, so they can not make any sense out of it. So this is the last limitation which we have touched. And before I take a leave, students, you can see your precise homework. Homework is read and write all the topics covered in the video. And again, I am repeating, on Thursday you will be given your test. You have to get a peer for your test, students. Okay, and you will be displayed your question paper. My WhatsApp number will be there, and you have to and always write your name on the top of your paper. Okay, it will be convenient for me also to note down your test marks. And before I take a leave, students, I would like to request you that study well at your home. Do not sit idle. Utilize this period. Don't forget, you all are awesome. Thank you very much.